So before doing my tutorial on Blackbird, I thought I would confirm that I was playing it, correctly. So I found a live performance of Paul McCartney playing Blackbird at the Glastonbury Festival. And there are some camera angles that are right up on the guitar, so you can kind of see how he's playing it. However, at regular speed, it was just really hard to see what he was doing, so I slowed it down. And here's what I discovered. First thing is the arrangement for the live performance is different from the White Album. So my tutorial is based on this live performance. And he's definitely using 2 finger picking patterns. Now pattern 1, I was close, but was not quite right. And pattern 2, I was just way off, right? So I'll break these down in the video. So with that, let's take a deep dive into Blackbird. Here's a clip of Paul playing pattern 1, first at tempo, and then at half speed. So pattern 1's pretty straightforward. It's first a pinch on the main 2 notes of the chord form. And then it's a down strum using the nail side of his middle finger. And he's aiming for the G and the B string. And it's not a real precise hit on the G and the B string, so it's okay if you hit some other strings. But he is aiming for the G and the B string, and it kind of sounds like this. So you can practice pattern 1 using the first 2 chords of the intro. So it's like this, pattern 1, pattern 1, a pinch and a slide. One more time. So here's a clip of Paul McCartney playing pattern 2, first at tempo, and then the very same clip at quarter speed. All right, so let's break down this pattern 2. First, it is a finger pinch on the main 2 notes of the chord form. Index down on the G and the B string. Then index up on the G string. Thumb down on the A string. Then with the fleshy part of his index finger, he brushes the B and the G string. Then he comes down with the nail side of his middle finger on the G and the B strings. So it's like this. So you can practice pattern 2 at the end of the practice pattern for pattern 1. So that looks like this. It's pattern 1, pattern 1, a pinch and a slide, and now pattern 2. So the live performance is structured like this. Intro, first verse with the first turnaround, second verse, chorus, repeat the first verse, Repeat the chorus with the second turnaround. Repeat the second verse with an ending riff. So here's the intro. So the intro is like this. Pattern 1 on the G chord. Pattern 1 again. Then a pinch and a slide up to fret 12, where he does pattern 2 4 times. So first verse and first turnaround is like this. All right, so let's break down the first verse and the first turnaround. Starts on the G form with pattern 1, pattern 1 again, then a pinch and a slide up to fret 12, where he does pattern 2 2 times. Down to 3 and 5 with pattern 1. Now here's the first time he does the A and the E string. Goes up to 5 and 7, A and E string again. Now back to pattern 2. And pattern 1, A and E again, pattern 2. And then he does the first turnaround. Pattern 1, and pattern 2. All right, so here's the second verse. All right, here's the chorus. All right, so let's break down the chorus. He goes up to 8 and 10, where he does pattern 1 down the fretboard, till he gets to 1 and 3, where he does pattern 2, back up to 3 and 5, does pattern 2 again, and back up to 8 and 10, where he does pattern 1 down the fretboard. Gets to 1 and 3, where he does pattern 2. Then he does that riff he does to get back to the G chord. From the G chord, he does pattern 1, back up to 10 and 12. Where he does pattern 2 4 times. Repeat the first verse. Chorus and the second turnaround. So let's break down the second turnaround. So he lands on the G form, does his riff up to 10 and 12. And this time up on 10 and 12, he kind of lingers a little bit. He does a few pattern twos. And in this live performance, he does a hammer on fret 13. And he goes back down to G, where he does pattern 1 up to 3 and 5. Pattern 1, pattern 1, and now pattern 2. Repeat the second verse and do the ending riff. So let's break down the ending riff. He lands on the G form, does pattern 2. Up to 3 and 5, does pattern 1. Pattern 1. Pattern 2. Back to the G form. And he does it again. Then for the G, he does an index finger strum down kind of hard towards the bridge. So that's Blackbird, the live performance. Hope you got something out of the video. A lot of fun to play. Have a good time with it. And with that, we'll see you next time.